Ida B. Wells was born on July 16, 1862, in Holly Springs, Mississippi. She was born into slavery, but ended up becoming one of the country's most influential journalists. Her reporting on lynchings and racism were a beacon of light during the Reconstruction, and her advocacy for racial equality is a message that still resonates today.
When she was 16 years old, 3 of her siblings and both of her parents passed away from yellow fever, leaving her and her siblings with their grandmother. Soon after moving to Memphis, Wells was hired in Woodstock by the Shelby County school system. She held strong political opinions and was very outspoken about her views on women's rights. In her 20s and 30s, she began to write about the immorality of lynchings in the South. Many white mobs destroyed her office and even went as far to trying to kill her for publishing her opinions.
As Ida grew older, she became aware of the atrocities happening around her. The cruel acts brought upon by the whites exposed the injustice of racism. She fought for what she loved and was very passionate about her beliefs. Due to her legacy, there became limited racism throughout the world today.
I have witnessed the atrocities that originate from the degrading ideas behind racism and misogynistic beliefs. I have witnessed the heinous murder euphemized by the term lynching. When I refused to go to a seat in a colored-only car, and when I was removed from my seat by force, and when I sued the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad for the unwarranted infringement of my essential human right of freedom, the merciless Tennessee Supreme Court hath won in my opposition. When the essential human right to life was bereaved from my most trusted companions, not once, not twice, but thrice. I could only be gracious that God hath protected me from the same frightful fate. When will the insanity end? When will the most egregious punishment of unwarranted hanging stop being the primary solution to resolve the simplest mistakes made by fellow African Americans? We must not and cannot halt acting upon reform for the betterment of the society our founding fathers have promised to grant us: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. My people are continuously tormented and intimidated by our oppressors. But today we say, no more! How many deaths? How many more lives will it take for them to realize that we are people too? We are not animals in need of help, nor do we think we are above anybody else. My close friend Thomas Moss was recently murdered by an angry mob simply because his store was taking business from a white man's store, which may not have happened if he wasn't colored. I want everyone to remember and say his name, among the many others whom these barbarities frequently happen to. Those resisting the ideals of true liberty lynched the enlightened ones to suppress our voices. Every day, my brothers and sisters are killed in horrific ways, yet we are still the instigators. So I write, publish, voice my opinions, and will continue to do so until we attain ultimate justice. Your outlandish worship of us women is a kind of misogyny, where you imagine us as fragile things you can possess. We are not things. We are people in precisely the same way that you are a person, and we demand to be seen as full citizens in the United States, for we are citizens. Too long has it been held that women have no right to enter these movements. Politics is a place for women, yet we do not have an equal position within society. We are unable to demonstrate our political agency on the same terms as men because of our lack of direct access to political institutions. We are citizens. We will fight and continue to fight until we attain the same social, political, and economical status as men. Now I ask you, how long must women wait for liberty? Equality upon the people of my color is vital in the vicious world we live in today. We, the people, must be the example we set for a younger generation. We must be the embodiment of tranquility and fairness amongst our two divided communities. I wish to see everybody aspire to grow, together, hand in hand, breaking out barriers and unleashing our shackles. The power is in our hands. And I say today, the value and power of our voices must be heard. Equality will hinder the minds of the weak, but strive in those who are passionate. So let us stand tall, embracing who we are and letting our voices echo through the desolate valleys. We must be the change. Thank you.